All right. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Welcome to 12 Weeks of Christmas, video number 6. So we're halfway there. I'm doing, like I said, 12 weeks of Christmas. So I've got 5 videos that I've already done. I've got 6, including this one, videos that I will be doing. They're released on Wednesday. If you haven't watched the first 5, go back and see what I've created. I hopefully inspire you to uh, have some paper crafting fun because I love paper crafting. So, my name is Jennifer Olea. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am located in Yuma, Arizona. I hold in person classes, but you can find me here online. And I love chatting and just building the community. So, today's card is going to be using. Did I lose anything? I don't know, maybe. Let's focus on the desk because I'm going to be showing you this Decorative Trees stamp set, which you can find online in my online store through Stampin' Up. Isn't that cute? Oh, Christmas tree. We're also going to be using the dies. These dies are just amazing. So you could get lots of different textured trees with them. Very, very cute, right? Okay, but we are going to be using the outline die. And if I can get it off the magnetic sheet, the star die. Okay, so let me start with what. Well, first, we're not just making one card today. We're going to make 2 cards today. Oops, where am I? Over there. 2 cards today. So here's one of them. And here's the other. So as you can see, this guy is the cutout from here. Now, originally we were just going to make this card, but I couldn't not use this piece. So I created a card to go with it. So we're kind of going to go back and forth a little bit. It's not just one card and then the next card because we're doing some similar stuff to both cards. So first, let's make our paper here that we're going to be cutting out the Christmas tree. So let's take this guy. We're going to take our basic white, and this is, what is this? This is 2.5-ish by 4. It's a little smidge over 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 would work. So you guys know, if you're watching this video, I'm going to have a recipe card that if you're watching this video from email, you just click on the link and the recipe card will come up with all the measurements, right? But is this on? It is on. I always worry that for some reason it's not on. Okay, so we have our basic white, and then we're going to add these strips. Seems like I'm truly addicted to strips of paper. These are a 1/2 inch, and we're going to build our paper with more paper, right? Okay, so let's take this guy and I should have the white glue, but we're just going to go with it here. Okay, like so. And oh, not that one yet. I have a piece of paper off to my side over here that already has a little bit of glue on it. And so I want to use it, but we're going to use it in a minute. So this paper that we're using is Seasons of Green and Gold. Look at, so here it is, and it comes 12 by 12. So I've cut these guys. Look at how pretty. And if you follow me on Facebook, you will notice this. I've played with this paper before. So here's the other side. I never know if it really be considered the back side. It's just as pretty. But let's see. And this is just any way that you want. Here. Oops. I guess we're going to go with it. I didn't really want it so close together, the same. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off like so. And then we're going to use probably the flip side. Ooh, that stuck to my finger. All right, there's this. Definitely not going to use those. Or this one. Okay, so we're just going to keep building. So let's add this guy. Let's stick that there. Some that already have the sticky on them, I'm trying to put them in special places so we use them. So that I use them. There's this. Ooh, I definitely like this plaid. Like so. Maybe add plaid. Let's see. We're going to add this guy back. So we're just building this all the way down. This is a great way to use up your paper, obviously. Put this guy on there. Sometimes you don't really know what to do with these little strips. So I have given you a couple of great ideas. I think they're great anyway. All right, let's cut these off. And then we've got one more. I think we are going to do this guy right here. We'll use this guy because it's already got adhesive on him. Like so. All right, cut this off. And then we're going to cut out our Christmas tree, which I just got this set last week. And so I haven't really played with it. So you guys are going to have to join me over on Facebook to see some more samples with it. Okay, so here is this paper. Now, like I said, we're going to cut out the tree like so. But let's get our machine. Ooh, stuff falling all over the place. Okay. So we need our sandwich that we're going to do. We're also, at the same time, going to cut out a star. So I've already cut out one star, but both cards are going to get a star. So I'm trying to put this someplace I don't lose it. We're going to cut out another star using gold foil. All right, there we go. Make sure that my tree is where I want it. And then I'm going to add just a little bit. Ooh, the glare right there. Just a little bit of sticky tape. Okay. Add our last acrylic plate. And we are good to go. Let's roll this through. Like so. And then pull everything out. Just make that star up there. Hopefully I don't lose it. And this is like Post-it note tape. It's sticky, but not that sticky, so that it's not going to pull up your paper. Okay. Since the machine is here, we're also going to use our embossing folder. Yeah, right here. So I have pieces of basic white, because when you're using the snow embossing folder, of course you're using basic white, right? Okay, now these pieces of basic white are a little bit smaller than 4 by 5 1/4. I want to say they're 3 1/4 by 5. So we're gonna put this through. Don't need any of these, but I need my dark gray one. And we're gonna run this through. And we're gonna take this basic white out and put it in another piece of basic white. Actually, I've made one of them even smaller. This is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, I believe. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. Sorry, 4 3/4. All right, so we're gonna run this guy through. And the size difference was just, I might have to cut one of them down. We'll see. Kind of pulling from what I had on my desk. Okay, so that's all we're going to use the machine for. So I can put this stuff away. One thing about this machine that I really like is that it folds up, so it doesn't take a whole lot of space when you're not using it. It doesn't take a lot of space when you are using it, but even when you're not using it, you can fold it up. It's about the size of an old school lunchbox. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so for this card, let's start with this guy right here. I took Mossy Meadow and I took it, it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, right? And so both cards have the same colors. I just switched things around a little bit. I have a layer of cherry cobbler, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then yeah, let's do that, I guess. That's the same size. We are going to have to cut one down. So maybe I'll do this. So here's the question. You guys let me know in the comments. Should the snowflakes be going down like this? Or should they like falling and the snow is accumulating down at the bottom? I'm not really sure. And I think it's personal preference. It doesn't really matter how pretty these snowflakes are though, right? So, and then the other question is, do you put the paper so that the texture is facing up, or it's just as pretty if the texture was against the card, right? So I kind of did it both ways. You guys tell me what you prefer. But this card, we're going to do it with the texture up, with the snowflakes falling like it's a heavy, it's really, really heavy, and it's probably barely touching the ground, which is what I experienced in the mountains last week. So we're just going to go with that. All right, we're going to add it. Oops. I pressed down on it so that it actually sticks to the paper. We're going to add this guy. Like so. And then we're going to take our tree and it's going to go right about here. But before we do that, I want to stamp my greeting. We're going to use the greeting, "Oh Christmas Tree," that comes from the stamp set. And I already have them on my blocks, which is good. We're going to use Mossy Meadow ink. to ink this guy up and just put this, let's see, yep. We're going to put it just like so. And then I'm going to cut off just a little bit because I don't want it quite as long. And then I'm going to create the little banner. If you have a punch that does this, great. I think I probably do. It's behind me, but I'm just going to use my scissors. So somewhere I learned that if you do a snip in the middle of your paper, then you meet your edges to the middle of that paper, and you tend to get a more even banner, or like the triangle, right? Okay. This guy I want to attach directly to my card. I don't want any dimensionals, but we're going to put this guy right on the bottom here. We're going to add dimensionals to the Christmas tree. Where did my dimensionals go? Okay. Oh, here they are. So we have the standard dimensionals, or we have mini dimensionals, but we're going to use the standard ones. That's a little much, but so right down the middle here, I'm going to add a piece of adhesive. And I typically don't add my card to the front first, but okay, like so. And I'm just going to take some gold. This is like gold cord that is from a paper pumpkin or a sub kit. It's in my craft stash. So, and I'm just going to wrap it around to make, kind of let not the paper, but the cord kind of dictate. And I'm just sticking it to the adhesive, but I want it big enough so that it pops out from underneath the tree. Like so. Oops, stick. And you could do as many loops or as you want. Let's do 3. Let's go crazy. Oops, I'm gonna do it like that. All right, we're gonna take our ribbon scissors and chop it off like so. Okay. We're gonna peel off these dimensional, the backings, like so. And then we're gonna add it to the front of our card. Like that. So let's call this card like the gold cord, the gold, I think it's gold braiding cord. That's what it's called. But let's call that card this. Let's call this card the gold ribbon card. So you guys are going to hopefully let me know which card you like better, the gold ribbon card or the cut out Christmas tree card. Very long names for some very pretty cards. Okay, we're also going to add some of this bling. My goodness. We're going to add these guys down here, right? Like so. Ooh, I want the little ones. There we go. And I forgot the gold star. So I do want to do mini dimensional. I'm going to put it on the very back, like in the middle of the star, right? Can you guys see that? There we go. And then this is going to go on the top of your Christmas tree, like that. All right. Now, let's do our other one. So our other card, we're going to use Cherry Cobbler as our card base. I guess that would have been how to name these cards, right? If I would have thought about it. This is our Cherry Cobbler Christmas tree or our Mossy Meadow Christmas tree. Which one do you like better? Okay, so I have cherry cobbler card base. Then I have garden green, our basic white that we already embossed. So let's add these to build like so. Okay. And then I have some scraps here. So cherry cobbler and basic white. And we're going to use the Season's Greetings from the stamp set, Decorative Trees. We're going to stamp this on our basic white. On camera, I get nervous. Maybe. Is it inked up enough? Well, we shall see. All right. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Okay. And we're just going to use some seal to attach it to our cherry cobbler, like so. And then, so let's bring in our tree outline. We're going to add this guy, but I'm going to use dimensionals. And then this is going to go right over it, like so, with a dimensional. So, dimensionals. Let's use some dimensionals here, like this. And then I'll probably put two more a little closer to the tree, like so. There we go. Take the backings off. All right. So hopefully this inspires you to use up some of your designer series paper and or to use the like positive and negative, right, of images. All right. So this guy's going to go on here. Oops. Like this. Now, for this, for the sentiment, I put adhesive on the ends. Oops. There we go. But I put a dimensional in the middle because I definitely want it level with the tree or the outline, right? So we're going to put this guy like so. We're going to add some bling because of course we are. Now, this tree, I put the bling on the inside because I didn't want it to get any bulkier than it like already is. Okay, and then we have one more thing. We have the star. I just covered it up with the bling, but we're going to put the star right up here. So to do that, I'm going to use some glue dots. And let's see. So here's my glue dot roll, and I'm just going to add this guy like so. Now, I will say that this card was inspired by my crafting friend, Susan. She showed me a card that she made. I think that's a little crooked. Well, maybe not. Okay. She showed me a card that she made, and I was like, I'm going to do something like that. So thank you, Susan, for that inspiration. Okay. So this guy, it is a little crooked. We may just put this whole thing on here a little crooked because I don't really feel like pulling it off. But being crooked on purpose is okay. Okay. We're going to make it just a smidge crooked. Like so. Obviously, I want it to fit on the card, but we're just going to, there we go. Let's see, is that it? I think that may be it. What did I do on the inside for some of these cards? Let's see. I took the greeting for May Your Days Be Merry. So let's do this guy right here. We're going to ink it up with our Mossy Meadow and add it to the inside of the card. We're also going to take some of those strips of paper, because of course we are. I'm not going to let these guys go to waste. We're going to add them to the inside of our card, like so. Trim it like so. And I only brought one piece of paper over, so that's all we'll do. All right. There we go. Sometimes I like having the inside just a little bit smaller. One, no pressure to write a whole lot, or I end up writing really big, but also just to see the bigger border of your cardstock, I think is cool too. So hopefully I have inspired you guys to use strips of paper, and I can show you some, like there's no mistakes or boo-boos. We could always kind of fix it with paper, right? We could cover it up. We can figure something out. So, all right, guys. Well, that is week 6 of our 12 weeks of Christmas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you're watching. Leave a comment. Let me know which tree you like. Do you like, we'll just make this easy, the cherry cobbler tree or the mossy meadow tree? You guys let me know. Which card do you like better? All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.